Everyone seems to know about the fuck you comment Maddie made at the Grub Truck. But, she made another extremely chilling comment to Hoodie Guy and Kaylee. It seems to be in response to the little chat the three of them had on their walk to the Grub Truck. And his role as an uninvited bodyguard. The comment is right there in the open, and she is speaking in a high-pitched tone of voice. But, you really have to focus on what she's saying at the same time the Grub Truck cashier is talking with customers. We played it over and over again, pausing on every syllable in order to determine exactly what she said. Law enforcement seemed to dismiss the whole walk to the Grub Truck chat as just some friendly banter among friends. Clearly, Maddie didn't see it that way. She was quite annoyed by that conversation. And, obviously, law enforcement didn't do a very thorough investigation on Hoodie Guy. He clearly knew something. After Maddie spoke to Hoodie Guy, she moved closer to Kaylee and lowered her tone of voice, but it was not a whisper. You can hear it clearly if you focus and drown out the sound of Joe and the cashier. Maddie said a name. The name sounded like either Hannah or Andrew Cleere. She says it twice. At first, we thought she said Hannah Cleere. But listening over and over, it sounds more like Andrew Cleere. And, at first, we had a hard time understanding the buzz is over comment. But after we heard her say Hannah or Andrew Cleere, it made sense. Hannah died in February 2022, so by November 2022, the buzz about her would have subsided. It adds to the plausible deniability if this was a revenge crime, allegedly, on the part of Hannah's relatives. That's pure speculation. But it seems that's what Hoodie Guy told Maddie, according to her own words. And you know, revenge is a dish best served cold. Here is what we heard Maddie say to Hoodie Guy and Kaylee. Maddie said, "What the fuck's with you, Guy? Are you still here? Serious? I don't fucking care." Then Kaylee said, "Don't be rude." Then Maddie said, "He said they're coming for me. He said the buzz is over." Then Maddie moved next to Kaylee and said, "Hannah or Andrew Cleere?"
Hi.
Welcome back.
Thanks. I think I would like the carbonara.
Okay.
But if I have like a free Grub Truck on my app.
Oh, yep. So what you want to do is we'll actually do this. There you go.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
How many more do you need? That's the second one? Awesome.
Dawn's mom. Oh, wait. Yeah, one.
Maybe I
Here.
didn't have a free one.
It's right here.
And then what was the mac?
Don't forget to remove the
The
spoon.
The
carbonara.
carbonara mac of the week.
Here, I'll grab it for you.
Excellent. And then click see rewards.
Enjoy.
And it looks like you do not quite have enough points yet.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
$10 for you.
Perfect.
I do have a big burrito pork here for you.
Cool. Thank you.
4078. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I seem to have lost my pen, but that's fine. What can I get for you?
Can I get
Just two John's Moms?
cheese, mac and cheese, please?
Definitely.
I get
Thank you.
and pork tacos.
Oh yeah. How many pork tacos would you like?
Just come with one.
It's one, but they're like 6 to 7 ounce tacos. They're not like small little street tacos. I normally eat 2, 3 is a lot for me.
So one.
Do you have a big burrito pork here for you?
Cool. Thank you.
4078. Thank you very much. Where'd the pen go, guys? pens. Where's my pen? How are you guys doing?
How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. I seem to have lost my pen, but that's fine. What can I get for you?
Can I get
Just two
some
Dr.
fried cheese, mac and cheese, please?
Definitely.
Can I get
Thank you.
pesto
Thank you.
and pork tacos?
Oh yeah. How many pork tacos would you like?
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like 6 to 7 ounce tacos. They're not like small little street tacos.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
Does this come with one?
It's one, but they're like.
That like I've seen some people say like, oh, I think it's suspicious how much Joe remembers. I'm an adult. Like as soon as I realized that those were the girls that we saw there, I tried my best to remember everything and recount it from that night because I knew that it would help in the investigation.
Yeah, slide, tap, insert, facing you with the chip, any of it. Order 85. Thank you.
Can I do the big burrito, but I'm gonna be really picky on some cheese sauce? Can I get it without the chipotle slaw?
Yes, you absolutely
And
can.
then without the onion salsa?
No salsa.
And do you guys have some?
Have you been questioned? I bet everyone in town has been. I don't know if questioned is even the right word. I went in on my own because they didn't return my call. And so I just I physically went when I knew that I had seen those girls there at the Grub bus and they didn't call me back. I was like, yo, I'm not going to work today. I'm going to go to the police station and I will be here as long as they want me to be here to answer any questions they have and give them as much information as I can remember from that night. And that's what I did. They spent most of my time there. They spent it trying to build, I think, they asked me questions about Homeboy in the Hood. And they didn't have that many questions, which I thought was weird. 'Cause I was like, no, please ask me more questions. Because at the time I was like, it had to be this guy. But then I didn't realize how much, details were going around and stuff and how you've been cleared and all that. But they were mostly interested in establishing a timeline for the girls because they had no timeline yet. And that was that Wednesday for their first press conference. That was that morning. So during the press conference, they had announced the timeline. So I was like, wait, you guys had no timeline until this morning? The information I gave you guys? And that was like, ooh, I'm a little disappointed in that. But I'm sure they had some kind of timeline, but I think my information helped a lot. I hope it did.
Are we surprised? Investigators clearly didn't ask Joe enough questions, or the right questions, about Hoodie Guy. But Joe didn't volunteer any information either. And he was right there, at center stage, seeing and hearing everything. And about that comment Maddie made to Hoodie Guy. How would a guy normally react to a girl speaking to him that way? I mean, wouldn't any guy, who supposedly was there to help, as Hoodie reportedly claims he was, wouldn't he just lick his wounds and walk away? Or would he remain there, in the presence of a girl who just embarrassed him and clearly doesn't want him there? I mean, that comment by Maddie made it quite clear that Hoodie was not a friend of the girls. Maddie didn't even call him by his name, she called him Guy. And then they ghosted him. So why did he remain there after being spoken to like that? He told Maddie they're coming for her. That was a threat. So he volunteered to protect them, supposedly. But from who? A cartel? I don't think so. Bikers? Doubt it. A bad cop? No. Frat brothers? Well, according to Maddie's own words, the threat had to do with Hannah Cleere.